Recently, my wife and I headed out to Bend, Oregon to meet up with a group called True Heroes Overland, made up of veterans and supportive civilians, and led by a guy named Michael Pyburn of Overland Scout 81, somebody I've been wanting to meet for quite some time now. Thanks to Michael and his wife Katie, my wife recently purchased a 2025 Willys Sport, and I was anxious to get her out on the trail with a group of people who also own Jeeps and loved adventure. Michael is an amazing guy with an awesome channel, and someone I've come to respect. As most of you know who've been watching me a while now, I generally travel alone. But I've been trying to coax my wife into coming with me on some of my trips, and this seemed like the perfect opportunity to introduce her to what it's like and why I like to do it. With my wife in tow, I've been greatly looking forward to this trip and sharing this part of my life with her, and apparently so is she.
Hi, good morning. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the mysterious Mrs. God's Backcountry Overland. Today is my first trip in my new Jeep, so I'm so excited. We're going to be meeting up with True Overland Heroes in Bend, Oregon. And then we're hitting some other spots. I don't really quite know where we're going, but yeah, this is a new adventure for me, so I'm excited to start tagging along on these trips and start getting my Jeep up in there. So yeah, looking forward to it. See you there.
Your destination is on the right.
How's it going?
Good to see you.
You too, man.
Finally.
Yeah.
My wife read her card in a second.
Yeah.
But anyway, looking forward. I wish we had more time to just a day and a night.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
We'll do some longer ones for sure.
Yeah, without a
Just
doubt.
trying to get just not some crazy hardcore ones before we come out.
Yeah, exactly.
After meeting Michael, he went over the plans for the day with everyone attending, covering such things as where we would start the trail, the different stops along the way, and various other things that people needed to know for this trip. Watching the anticipation and excitement on my wife's face as we headed out was the highlight of my day, and I knew this trip was going to be a good one.
So we made a pit stop to gas up and to air down the tires, and so we are headed up this road, dusty road, and climbing for our first stop to have lunch. And my baby girl's definitely going to need a bath after this, but I love it. Have a great time.
Our first stop would be cracking the ground, where we would have lunch and check out the general area. Shortly after, we pressed on, heading out to Derrick's Cave.
Always got to sacrifice something.
If you don't make a sacrifice, you're not going to make anything of it.
You know I have a yeah. I usually don't go all the way, but well, I can. You can just scramble up that, and I think it ends up connecting to another one.
Taking a short break along the way, we stopped for a bit to take in the beauty that was all around us. After arriving at Derrick's Cave, everyone parked their vehicles and headed out to check out this natural wonder.
So I had MRIs.
Like the...
It's like, Mom, I got a rooftop tent.
Not long after, we made camp in the surrounding area and sat around the campfire sharing stories and talking about the day.
On my rig. What'd you see?
Right by Austin, Nevada. And the road was just covered. I was like, what am I running over? And then I realized, I slowed down, I looked, and I went, holy, and there was like 10 times more than what.
I think it'd be fine with it.
Waking up to a good cup of coffee to start our day, we quickly packed up and headed out for some new adventure, but not before taking a moment to take in some of the beauty of the area that surrounded us. Our first stop of the day would be to visit the Co-Champion juniper, one of the two largest junipers in the state of Oregon.